Tetris, you remember that game? This game right here, the block game. One that took the world by storm. Well, guess what? Apple TV have officially made a movie on it. So we're going to talk about it. I've just watched it. Smash your thoughts down in the comment section below. Smash that like button for me and click subscribe. And let's talk Tetris right now.
Not too bad.
Tetris, the new movie that is now currently playing on Apple TV. So you guys can go over there and check it, but do it after this review. Don't do it right now. Now, this movie stars Taron Egerton as basically the guy that brought Tetris to the world. Realistically, he went and got the rights. That's what this movie is about. So it's not actually about like you know how Mario movie is about Mario. This isn't about like a block. This is about the actual game and how the game was created and how it was distributed worldwide. And look, I was instantly engaged and excited for this movie because of Taron. I absolutely love Taron. I think he's fantastic. He's come out of nowhere since The Kingsman, and I think he was brilliant in Rocket Man, and I just think he continues to be brilliant. He was good in Blackbird. He's just getting better and better and better, and I'm super excited to see where his career goes because I just think he's absolutely world class. So as soon as he was attached to this, I was automatically like, yeah, why not? I'm interested. And Apple TV have had some absolute bangers. We had Coda, we have Ted Lasso coming out, we have C. Like, there's so many good things coming out of Apple TV now. So I was naturally already excited for this movie. And obviously, I grew up right when the Game Boys were coming out. Like, that's my time. And obviously, Tetris was a big part of that, and I remember playing Tetris as well, along with Pokemon and all that, you know, those games that were coming out at that time. So when they announced the Game Boy in this movie, the nostalgia just hit me straight away. I was like, wow, man, it was that long ago. I feel so old now. And like, you just look at the technology and the games where we are now, it's just light and day from back then. It's crazy. But the movie itself, look, I actually really enjoyed this movie quite a lot. I found it very interesting to see how Tetris came about and how they actually got the rights and distributed it worldwide. And look, this is a roller coaster of a ride. Like, this isn't just like a guy creates it. They go up to him and go, hey, can I have the rights for the Tetris, please? No problem, mate. How much are you willing to offer? I'll give you this much money, and then I'll get the rights and I'll distribute it everywhere else. Simple story, isn't it? Not Tetris. Because Tetris was founded and created by someone in the Soviet Union. So you had, during this time period, that whole stuff happening with them. And trying to get things in and out of the Soviet Union wasn't as easy as you'd think it could have been. Like, this is like, we're talking, yeah, you're going to jail. Like, it's that bad. So to see that aspect of this film was quite interesting. And I loved the roller coaster, and just the way that they told this story for me worked really, really well. I thought Taron's character was fantastic. I really resonated with him. I resonated with the guy who actually created Tetris as well. I wanted to see him get what he deserved because he created this. And you know, back then it's like the communist stuff happening. So everyone shares everything basically. You can't actually make money. So he can't make any money from Tetris, which is the thing. And I wanted him to get what he was owed because he created this game that just took the world by storm. And he deserved it. So you had Nintendo getting involved, you had this other big corporation getting involved, and there's corruption being here, there's all the stuff that you would expect when you're dealing with billion-dollar companies and billionaires and people throwing money around, trying to buy things. I want the rights for this, fraud, scams, everything. You have all that going on. And I thought the way they dealt with that was very awesome and thrilling. And I was on the edge of my seat, and I didn't feel like this was too long of a movie or anything like that. The pacing was quite good for me. So it worked on that level. There are some cool little editing things that I really enjoyed about this movie as well, to do with the different levels of games and like the pixelated versions of it. And I thought that was all great as well. I love that little editing things like that. Just adds a little bit of depth to it for me, and I really enjoyed that. There's twists and turns in this whole story. So if you guys aren't familiar with the story of how Tetris got out, I definitely recommend watching this movie. It gives you some insight to what actually happened, and there's so many twists and turns with certain characters where you're like, oh my god, I did not see that twist coming, but it happened. But it just shows you the corruption that can be involved when deals like this are going on and people have their own side agendas. It just makes for good storytelling, and it really gets you engaged in the story. The cinematography was great as well. I thought the set designs were absolutely fantastic. The locations were gorgeous, and I thought some of the wide shots were fantastic as well. The music was great. The score, the themes, all brilliant. So for me, you had that nostalgia as well. So people who grew up with Tetris, I think you guys are probably going to enjoy this movie a lot more than the new generation coming through, because we have that connection with Telstra. With Telstra. Why am I talking about Telstra? With Tetris, sorry. We have that connection with Tetris. We grew up. We played this game. This game was part of our lives. And look, to be honest, Tetris sort of helped us in life. Like, there are some video games where you're kind of like, okay, that video game's not going to help you in life. But Tetris is one. Have you ever tried to move your house and pack it in the back of a truck? If you've played Tetris and you're a master at Tetris, I'm telling you right now, you could fit as much as possible in that truck from top to bottom, square inch, completely filled. That's what Tetris did for us. It helped us to put things together in a much more cohesive way. And that's what Tetris did for us. Like, Tetris helped a lot of people. And the older generations, my generations who grew up with Tetris, I think you guys are going to enjoy this film quite a lot. To know a bit more about it, it's awesome. So for me personally, I really enjoyed this movie. I had a ball with it, and it's fun. It's on the edge of your seat. It's got that thrilling aspect of it as well. It's got the corruption. It's sort of like a spy meets, I don't know, some other genre. There's some comedy elements in here as well that work. It's not overpowering, but it's just a good drama film. It really is. And I think most of you guys are going to enjoy it. Taron's absolutely fantastic. All the performances are great, actually. I really enjoyed everyone's performances. They all played their characters to the best of their ability and shone in those roles. So for me, Tetris, thumbs up. Absolutely loved it. So let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Did you love it? Did you hate it? Smash it down there. Smash that like button for me and click subscribe. And I'll see you guys next video. Until then, stay safe and peace out.